Tierney Gannon. I'm the Director of Animal Care for the Philadelphia Insectarium and Butterfly Pavilion. So one thing that we like to do with our campers, so when life is normal, we normally have a bug camp here at the Insectarium during the summers. And one thing that our campers do is overnight, typically in their backyards, they could do it while they're camping, is building pitfall traps. It's super easy. Essentially, you'll take either a plastic Tupperware container or a cup, dig it in the ground, and then overnight, certain insects and things will fall into it. You can get a pretty good idea of what insects and what species exist in your backyard. So that's one thing we do. It's called a population survey. So essentially just trying to figure out what species exist in your own backyard. And I find that's really fun because the kids will actually go and they'll take their container with this and that beetle or ant or worm in there. And you take them out one by one and you identify them before you re-release them back into your yard, which is really interesting. So that's my favorite activity to do with campers. Another one too is to do scavenger hunts of learning about certain insect groups we do with them. So we'll learn about dipterans or various hymenopterans, things like that. So, and you'll learn about each of those groups, and then you'll have to go and find one of each. Typically, it's very easy. You do the general insect groups. But typically, when I go out into my backyard, I live about 20 minutes from Center City. It's just a little field out in the back by where I live. Typically, when I go out there, I find a large amount of stone centipedes, sugar ants, and I have a milkweed field by my house, so tons of milkweed bugs, caterpillars of various kinds. It really depends on where you're looking. Also, to the time of day. If you go closer out to the evening in areas where there's lots of bushes, you'll find anything from pale assassin bugs to, say, cellar spiders or harvestmen as well. That's ones you'll find very often in those bushes. Unfortunately, I've been finding with increasing severity spotted lanternfly nymphs, so that's one that most people are going to find. I get at least a couple emails a day of people asking what this certain insect is, and it's a spotted lanternfly nymph. So that's one that they'll likely find as well. The website that we love to have our campers use is actually bugfinder.net, which is awesome. It's so cool because you can go and filter insects by state or by their physical characteristics or where you found them. So actually Bugfinder is my favorite tool. So whenever my campers aren't around or they're not near me, I say, hey, just go ahead and hop on there and try and find it. If you guys are identifying insects in your backyard and you can't figure out what something is, feel free to email the Philadelphia Insectarium and Butterfly Pavilion. It's info@phillybutterflypavilion.com, and we can identify for you. Give me a couple hours and I'll figure it out.